Yes, this is me, YouTube. YouTube for safety reasons. This is Politic Graham, and today we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to see how this goes. Now, we're going to have a conversation about, yes, the infamous Diddy. But before I start, I'm going to have to read out this disclaimer. This is fair use copyright. This is fair use copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, and scholarship and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, non-profiting, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I have to cover myself, ladies and gentlemen, because the first topic of discussion we have to, yes, I haven't did all this for nothing. We have to talk about Diddy. We have to talk, and yes, this is an edited picture that I did. As you can see, what I have at the bottom, love, politic ground. So yes, please, this is politic ground. We're going to talk about the new allegations as well as the seven lawsuits, allegedly civil lawsuits that have been pronounced. Now, some media outlets say five. From my research, it is seven. It is 4 men and 3 women. Hello, Jim. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Politic Ground. Please hit that like button. Hello, good evening. Well, it's morning here. It's 6:58 a.m. Eastern time in America here. Jim, hello, how you doing? Yes, I had to come in early. Yes, I did. And yes, as you can see, we are going to be having a nice conversation about Diddy. Diddy. Now, I will say he has 7 new civil lawsuits. Yes, and from if anybody can remember the last live I did, it was a live a while back. Oh, it's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. The last live I did, we discussed where he had 120 lawsuits. Yes, 120 lawsuits by this gentleman here. This gentleman here from Texas. He has 120 lawsuits. He made that announcement October the 1st. October the 1st. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? October has not even ended, and what has happened? Now Diddy has seven more lawsuits. Let's bring it down. Let's bring down these different people that's coming in the wind now. Now, I want to make sure before I talk about these seven people, does anybody remember this gentleman? Because Diddy dodged this lawsuit that he had lost. This particular gentleman is named Cardello Smith. Yes, all parties, please come in. Please hit that like button. This is Politic Graham, and we are here to talk about Diddy. All of the lawsuits. It is a lot going on. And the first one, I want to bring it back to this particular gentleman. He did work for Diddy, and he actually won a lawsuit against Diddy back in September. For an incident dealing with the SA. I can't say it specifically. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say SA. And this is the wildest one. With this particular gentleman, he won $100 million lawsuit against Diddy back in September. And a judge actually made it known that Diddy would have to pay this gentleman $10 million per month. However, due to Diddy's team, I don't know how he did it, you guys, But due to Diddy's team, another judge came in and dismissed it. Why? Because this gentleman that I'm showing you guys, Cardello Smith, he's currently a prison inmate. I repeat, he's currently serving time in a Michigan prison. And while he's been serving time in a Michigan prison, he was awarded $100 million lawsuit that he had filed against Diddy Combs. And why am I putting this guy in connection with the 7 new lawsuits that's came up? Because somehow he won $100 million lawsuit while he's in prison. Now, Jimmy says, now she's spreading it all over town. Who's spreading it all over town? What? Hello, you guys. This is Politic Ground. Jim says, what are the new lawsuits about? Thank you. Yes. Hello, you guys. Please hit that like button. We're going to talk about, thank you, Jim. I'm going to pin that what you just said. We're going to talk about the new 7 lawsuits. The new 7 lawsuits, and we'll talk about this lady right here. This is Donald Trump's enemy. But the new 7 lawsuits. I had to kind of be very careful with my words when I did my research with the new 7 lawsuits. He is all in regards to SAing. It's 4 men, 3 women in various parties. Doesn't that sound familiar? Various parties in Los Angeles, New York, Las Vegas. And it's very ironic that these lawsuits are coming up and about from October the 1st, when Tony Busby, the attorney that's representing 120 victims, he made a press conference. Jimmy, now you know I cannot repeat what you're saying. Hello, Tyler. How you doing? Did Diddy essay Justin Bieber? Whoa. Woo. Woo. Tyler, why you had to take it down? Why you had to take it down? Woo. You guys are coming in hot. Woo. Well, let me break it down with the 7 people first. Gee, woo, that was hard. That was really hot right there. Woo. Now, the first person that is coming against Diddy right now, the youngest plaintiff, as you can see, he or she said that their accusation started when they was 13 years old. 13 years old. So this is the youngest plaintiff amongst the 7 people that are suing Diddy Combs. They're suing him in a federal court in New York, civil lawsuits to be exact. Hello, Rudy. He got Puffy. What? He got Puffy $100 million, but his cellmate gets it from ramen noodles. Exactly, Rudy. Yes. I don't know how Diddy is going to actually beat all of these cases, because it seems like every so many days we have new lawsuits. And like I said, the first person that is suing Diddy in the new set of 7 lawsuits that were announced is someone they didn't want to say it's a John Doe. They didn't want to say, because this particular plaintiff was 13 years old. That's the youngest. And according to this particular person, as well as all the other everybody, they're saying that Diddy likes to use control. He used his name and control to intimidate and keep people quiet. Hello, Chris. Diddy the I can't do it. You guys, not the diddler. Now, I will say, with this 13-year-old, it's come out that it's a Jane Doe. She says that she was, and let me make sure I take that out. She says that she was great by Diddy after a party for the 2000 VMAs. If you guys can anybody remember who Diddy was in a relationship with in 2000 at the VMAs? Can anybody remember? It was it was J-Lo. J-Lo. And during this time, Diddy was dating her. And not only was he dating her, he was allegedly, supposedly dating Cassie. And that is why Jennifer Lopez allegedly, she just confirmed, she just stated that the reason her and Diddy broke up in 2001 was because of infidelity. So let's go back up. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Now this person said they was 13 years old. Jimmy says Martha Stewart. Oh my goodness, what is this woman yapping? Okay, I'm yapping about Diddy has 7 new lawsuits. 7 new lawsuits. And these are new lawsuits. One person stated that they were raped by Diddy at an after party at the 2000 VMA when they were just 13. Okay, that was the first person, allegedly. The the next person, and hello, you guys, this is Politic Graham. Please hit that like button. We're having a conversation. Jimmy says Martha Stewart organized, not Martha Stewart organized the whole thing. What? Not organized the whole thing. Now, the next person alleged that Diddy put her under some type of influence, and she was great. And she said that she woke up feeling some type of pain, and she had imprints in her arms. Okay, these are the allegations of this lawsuit. Now, they also say that Diddy exposed himself. This is another person in the lawsuit. This was a gentleman. One of the four men said that Diddy exposed himself, grabbed his parts. Yes, hello, you guys. Please hit that like button. This is Politic Graham. Now, another gentleman. This is a gentleman. I think it's just one person that said she was 13 years old, but the other people. Yes, very disgusting, Daniel. Very, yes. Now, the other person says that they were actually a personal trainer. They worked for Diddy. They was Diddy's personal trainer. And they said that they were the A word at a party in Hollywood, in one of his homes in Hollywood Hills in 2022. Jimmy says she was making cupcakes for all the parties. And you know what? I'm glad that you guys are talking about that, because I don't know why everybody's trying to run now and trying to hide. Because with all these allegations, now the question is, who are the celebrities that supposedly are in these videos? Okay? Who are the celebrities that are so-called that's going to be in this case, that they're not mentioning no names just yet? Now, like I said, with the fifth, it's a fifth person. The fifth person, as part of the 7 people, it is a woman who alleges she was put under some medications by Diddy at a party in a hotel room and woke up with nothing on, okay, on the bed. And she just woke up and saw Diddy just talking on the phone in the corner of a bedroom, and she didn't know what had happened and what transpired. Derek says, all the ones being quiet. Exactly. Jimmy says, Snoop Dogg got them. Jim, I'm going to get you. Jimmy says, Snoop Dogg got... I cannot read that. Jimmy says, you know what happened next. Now, I will say the fifth person who's in this new filing, it's a woman. Like I said, she alleges that she was put under some type of medication, and she just woke up on the bed. Woke up, she did not know where she was. She just saw Diddy talking on the phone in the corner of a room while she's on the bed. Hello, JR. It is rare for people to lie about a crime and try to report on it. I'm not. This is not. This is actually what happened. What are you talking about? This is actually what happened. What are you talking about? Now, the sixth person in this case involves another man who ran a security firm. He alleges that he was invited into a private room by Diddy at a party. He was then giving some type of drink that made him unaware of his surroundings. He also says that Diddy touched him. I'll say it that way. And the seventh person says that they were 17 years old, an aspiring musician, and they allege that Diddy did something to them. Hello, Norman. Bad boys are going down as bad boys. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. And yes, we're talking about the people, the seven people that have put in a new lawsuit through the federal courts in New York, civil lawsuit against Diddy. Now, I just want to say, my question is this: where is Young Miami? Because I'm trying to see what's going to come about with her. Because if you guys can remember, Daniel says, okay, Jimmy says Kanye West was the ringleader. Daniel says, also, I heard Kanye was involved. You know what, Daniel? I'm going to say this. I think it's going to be a lot of people come up. You know that? I think it's going to be a lot of people come up. And one public relations person that TMZ did an interview with, he said it best. These celebrities, they're going to try to keep it quiet. They're going to pay some people off to try to keep it quiet as far as they go, because they don't want to go down with Diddy. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. We're talking about the seven people that are currently suing Diddy. Now, I want to say this. I personally believe all this stemmed from, as far as these lawsuits go. Now, yes, we can say Cassie. What happened with POC and Biggie? Derek says this stuff has been going on for decades in Hollywood and everyone knows about it. They don't talk about it because it hurts their career. Exactly. People don't want to talk about it, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because even with Young Miami, she's trying to distance herself. Remember Young Miami? Here's Young Miami. I'm going to show you guys Young Miami. This is Young Miami. If you guys can remember, Diddy is the one that helped start Young Miami's career as far as having her own show called Carisha Please. Before that, she wasn't doing any interviews. Please hit the like button, you guys. This is Politic Graham, and we're having a conversation about Diddy. Yes, about Diddy. And I hope, and I'm going to say this. I hope Diddy doesn't go down alone, because it's a lot of people that need to go down right alone. Because if you're gonna put him in cell and lock him up, it's a lot of other celebrities that was at these so-called parties. Okay, these after parties. Norman says, need more likes. She's on fire. Thank you so much, Norman. Daniel says, I don't even know who Young Miami is. Oh, you don't? Oh, well, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Miss Young Miami. Young Miami is the person. She's one of Diddy's girlfriends, former girlfriends. She was the most recent girlfriend. And she actually had to distance herself from Diddy when all these allegations came about. She is the actual person that Diddy was, I guess we're going to just say, on and off. They were not an official quote-unquote couple, because during the time she was dating him, Diddy had another child. He has a toddler. Because the first episode between Diddy and Young Miami, as you can see right here, this is their first episode together, where he introduced the world to he introduced Young Miami to the world. Okay, this was the first episode, and sure enough, he was the first guest on the show called Carisha Please. Why do all black people talk with this same uneducated accent? Adam, I'm going to need for you to educate yourself, because my thing is this: we have to open up our eyes and speak up. We have to speak up, because if you don't speak up, it's going to be more people coming out with lawsuits. It's going to be more people coming out. So we have to speak up, and this is the time to talk about the 7 people that are suing Diddy, as well as the additional 120 people that sued Diddy, that are currently in civil litigation with Diddy right now. And all of this has came about in October. Okay. Hello, Jimmy. George Bush was involved too, not George Bush. Derek says they got to play the game. Mary J. Blige said these freak-offs were a rite of passage. Norman says, rude, bro, act right. Yes, please act right, Adam, please. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. And like I stated, who is Young Miami? Young Miami was the last girlfriend that Diddy had before all of this came about. Young Miami was the last girlfriend as far as in the public goes. Now I'm going to show a clip of Young Miami expressing how she has to quote unquote cut herself off away from Diddy, and how people start acting different with her because of her affiliation with Diddy.
Like in life, everybody that's going through something, whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's they just lost their job, just anything. And that's what keep me going, because I know that like life not perfect, and we gotta learn from our mistakes.
Now that is Young Miami. That is Young Miami. This is Young Miami.
We don't understand about like me and Puff relationship. They was just like, you were so loud, and you were part of your brand, and like you just thought that you had something, and it wasn't that. Because I think the same thing with him. Like, he didn't expect to fall in love with me, because we did end up falling in love with each other. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like I want to get caught up in that, and I just need a moment to just pour into me.
Yeah, I could see that, and I just want to take a moment.
Now, that is Young Miami. Now, for Young Miami, I kind of feel bad, but I don't feel bad, because with Young Miami, this lady right here, her name is Gina. Gina was dating Diddy when she was 26 and he was 43 years old. Hello, you guys. Large says, those who accepted this lifestyle did so out of greed. No surprise. Proof of fallen world. Exactly. Norman says, where is Mace? He has much to say. You know what, Norman? You're not going to hear anything from Mace. You're not going to hear anything from these so-called people, right? Remember Usher. I'm glad you mentioned that. Where are these so-called celebrities? Because here in Georgia, we had Usher come. Usher did not say anything about Diddy. He has not said nothing about Diddy, but he was so here in Georgia to show his support at Kamala Harris rally. He was so here for her.
We ready? What? Come on, Georgia. What?
Now, I just had to show that clip because this all happened this weekend. This is the same time frame that these lawsuits came in, of the 7 people, the 7 lawsuits. Where was Usher? Usher was in Georgia trying to get people to vote for Kamala Harris. Now, it's kind of ironic. Soon as after this rally, then we have these allegations come up. And just like just like someone said, Norman, you said it best. Where is Mace? Where are all these celebrities? Where are all these celebrities? And I'm going to actually pin what you just said. Where are all these celebrities? Right? Because now Diddy, and I'm gonna make sure I talk about Young Miami, because she wants to quote unquote do like Mace, do like Usher, do like all these celebrities that Diddy quote unquote helped out at these parties. Okay, I'm gonna mention Young Miami. Now with Young Miami, okay, this is Young Miami. Look at her. She's all on the yacht. She's living her life with Diddy. I think this was, I forget what year this was. She's living her life with Diddy. She's living it up, right? Living it up. Hello, Jim. She's living it up. But let's just take a look. Let's take a nice little look at what she said to this lady. This is one of the girlfriends. Diddy has had a number of girlfriends, right? This lady right here, she was so jealous of Young Miami, she posted this picture of Diddy kissing her just to make young Miami jealous. And what did Young Miami say? And I think this is what the federal courts are going to use. This is just my speculation, right? This is what the courts are going to use. Young Miami printed, she actually said this quote. She actually said this quote. I want to make sure I show it. She said, make sure I show it to you guys, because I think at this particular time, she's going to hurt herself. She says, Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. The H word. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years. H, you've been around as a bee that eat. Okay, I can't get into all of it. And what he freak like it, you a eater. You the same that was crying on Tasha K because you wanted poor sushi. Now she sent this to Gina in December of 2022. See, statements like this is how people put themselves in a bad predicament. This is how people put themselves in a bad position. And I really think that's one of the reasons Young Miami, with her tears, okay, she's trying to say people were talking about her. She's trying to actually say people were, they wasn't there for her. They cut themselves off from her because she was affiliated with Diddy. But it's like, this is the type of person that we're dealing with. She actually talks like this, calling people an eater. Okay, she told this lady right here, Gina, who was one of Diddy's other little pieces. Okay, and with Gina, I want to make sure I want to talk about her. With Gina, this is the same woman. Now, this is her now, 26 years old when she started dealing with Diddy. 26 when Diddy was 43, right? She had already had a child and everything. Now, she even stated in an interview that Diddy actually was physical with her. Diddy actually allegedly was physical with her and offered her $5,000 to delete a baby. Now, with Gina, she actually had been dealing with Diddy before Young Miami. And she actually did an interview with a well-known YouTuber. I don't want to say their names because they already been into some mess, but you guys can read what I typed. Okay? She's been in a relationship with Diddy before Young Miami came into the spot. She's been into it. Now, when Young Miami came in, this Gina, she got very upset. She got so much upset, she put this picture on her page, okay, showing Diddy kissing her. And mind you, this is so-called after, I guess they had broken up and Diddy is with Young Miami, but she just posted this picture to kind of make Young Miami mad. And Young Miami, incriminated herself by saying, saying some words that can cause her to, end up on a witness stand. I'll say it that way. Um, Jim says Diddy is going to make Epstein Epstein offering look like amateur hour. Jimmy says I am so relieved to be back on my regular, oh my goodness, schedule. And Jim, hello, Jim. Jim says, oh, Norman says, where is Mace? Oh my goodness. Let me keep up with the comments. I'm sorry, you guys. Jimmy says, Whitney's on the moon. Hello, Roxy. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please hit that like button? This is Politic Graham. We're having a conversation about the new allegations against Diddy. Yes, Diddy has new lawsuits. That is 7 new lawsuits. Aaron says, wasn't Usher on The View saying he doesn't get involved in politics? You're absolutely right, Aaron. But remember, like I said, he was in Georgia this weekend at a Kamala Harris private rally.
Vice President Harris, because she fights for freedom. Time. He
was here.
What? Come on, Georgia. What? I'm supporting Vice President Harris because she fights for everyone's rights, for freedom. And it doesn't matter where you're from.
My question to Usher is, what about the women rights? Okay, we're gonna take it there, because with Gina, I'm gonna just say all these women that Diddy has been dealing with, all of these women have accusations, except Kim Porter. All of these women have similar situations, right? Okay, when I say similar situations, such as Cassie. If you guys can remember with Cassie, that's what really set all these lawsuits coming about. All of these lawsuits. Because it was alleged that Diddy paid her $30 million within 24 hours. And it's kind of odd. Now, Diddy has all of these lawsuits now. All of these lawsuits. And as for this lady right here, Gina, she has been on multiple platforms. She went on, like I said, she was on a platform saying how Diddy was physical with her, how Diddy tried to pay her off, tried to pay her $5,000 to delete her baby, and she ended up not having a child with Diddy. Okay, but how is it 1 minute you're doing interviews and you're saying how Diddy is, but then when you see Diddy has moved on and he's dating a young woman named Young Miami, you want to post pictures like this of Diddy kissing you on the cheek. And see, with Diddy, I think Diddy, just like what these accusers are saying, if we go back up, I think in Diddy's case, I think it's about control. It is about control. Because I'm trying to go back. I'm sorry, you guys. In Diddy's case, it was about control. And as far as him doing anything with women, I'm going to just cover myself and say alleged, because I do not have Diddy money. I don't have money like that. Okay. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham, and we're talking about Diddy as well as, politics. In regards to how this is all playing a factor, even in politics, because just like I stated to you guys, Usher was in Georgia trying to tell people to vote for Kamala Harris this weekend. And then sure enough, Monday comes in. Now it's 7 people suing Diddy. And if we all know Usher is the one that Diddy helped find. Okay? Usher was living with Diddy when he was a teenager. Okay? He was an upcoming artist when he was a teenager to help him get his career started. Allegedly. Brandon says, babies. I can't say that word, Brandon. Pocket, hello, Pocket. Who cares about Diddy? We care about Diddy. Okay, and evidently these 7 people care about Diddy. Evidently, the 120 people that filed a lawsuit against Diddy October the 1st in Texas, they care about Diddy. Okay, since you want to say who cares about Diddy. And hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. Hello, Little Sprinkle. Hello, Jeff. Zilf. Hello, Epileptic. Good morning. Good morning. Like I stated, we're here to talk about the 7 people. And I'm going to repeat if you're just coming in. The first person allegedly says that Diddy messed with them when they were 13. 13 years old. This was a girl. A girl. She said that Diddy raped her at an after party for the 2000 VMAs. And if anybody remembers the 2000 VMAs, this was the same time Diddy dated Jennifer Lopez. And Jennifer Lopez, she broke up with Diddy in 2001. And based off an interview that she stated she broke up with Diddy because he was cheating. And Kevin says she is lying. See, I think people are just trying to get, I'm not saying everybody, I don't want to victim shame anyone, but it just seems kind of odd. Diddy is getting so many lawsuits. I've never seen this many lawsuits come in. So many lawsuits. Now, that was the first person, the 13-year-old girl at an after party in 2000. First of all, what was she doing at an after party, 13 years old? That's my question. But the next person, the next person alleges that she woke up. She woke up in the bedroom beside she had marks on her arms, and she said that she had been raped. She had been raped, and she's an independent musical artist. Okay? So these names, nobody wants to say their names just yet. Zeke says she ain't lying. Why you watching if you don't believe it? Oh, whoa. Where the proof? Kevin says, where is the proof? Now, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I really was going to talk about when you say where's the proof. That is why on October the 1st, because of people like you, Kevin, I want to make sure, I'm trying to be respectful, okay? But their proof are in medical records. And when I say the proof are in medical records, the attorney that's representing the 120 clients of his name is Tony Busby. He stated in his press conference on October the 1st that he has medical records. He also had some of the victims did make police reports. Okay, so if you're wondering where is the evidence, there is evidence. There is evidence, and the attorney that I'm speaking of is Tony Busby. He held a press conference October the 1st. And as you can see this phone number, he actually put this phone number up to let people know he invites anybody to call his law firm if you are a victim. And he says that you are not alone. This is him. He stated that. Okay? So when you say things like that, Kevin, yes, there is proof. There is proof. Now,
we welcome the FBI or any authority who wants to come to us, and we're going to make that available to these victims, because I think that's important. My suspicion is, based on talking with these folks, is that the FBI is just not aware of these people. The FBI has talked to some of these folks, and I'm going to try to encourage the victims to, in fact, talk to the FBI, because I think they have some very important things to say.
Now, the reason I played that was the press conference that was October the 1st in Texas by that gentleman name is Tony Busby. Okay, he's the one that's representing 100, let me get my notes out, 120 people. And as of October the 1st, I can't say what it is now, But he said prior to that press conference, he has had over 3,200 people reach out to his law firm. When I say reach out, as far as doing interviews, as far as stating that Diddy allegedly did something to them, okay, or they knew somebody, okay, so that is over 3,200 people. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I think all of this is coming up because, like I stated, not only the Cassie, okay, when Diddy paid her supposedly $30 million within 24 hours. Fast forward. Hello, you guys. Let me read some of these comments. Facts. Gotta follow court documents and discoveries in the docket numbers. Yes, Norman. Exactly. Yes. Corrupt tree produce corrupt fruit. And epileptic, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because a lot of people are questioning when it comes down to Diddy's mother. Okay, we gotta talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Janice Combs. Okay, where is her stance with all of this? Where is her stance? Okay, before these 7 people announced that they're putting in civil lawsuits through the federal courts in New York, right? This is what Janice Combs, she released a statement. She released a statement right after that first press conference on October the 1st. And this is the statement that she released. See, I have my information, you guys, okay? With this particular statement she put out through her lawyer in Florida, with this statement, she says that her son is not perfect. Now, this is Janice Combs. She said her son is not perfect, and there are truths in between the lies. Those were her words. And she said that he has made mistakes in his past. We all have. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend. Okay, this is what she said. But sometimes the truth and the lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story. Now, Pickle said Diddy mom moving the money around. You know what? I hope. Look, the way these lawsuits are coming along, like I stated, Diddy helped Young Miami out, right? He helped her out. He helped her start her first show called Carisha Please. And she had to kind of part ways from Diddy. She had to part ways. And with her, she's kind of backed off. Now, with his mother, she's a mother. She's going to be there. She's going to be there. But Young Miami, I'm going to play what her response was to the victims, okay? What her response was to Cassie, to people like Cassie, to people like Gina that I showed you guys, and these victims, okay, these accusers. This was Young Miami's response when she was asked about has she ever been in a situation like that with Diddy, and why hasn't she said anything, okay? And this is before all these lawsuits came about. She spoke about in regards to Cassie, in regards to, Cassie. Now, this was before the 120 lawsuits and the 7 lawsuits this weekend came about. Hello, son, says, I'll just say honestly, though, if I was at one of those parties and had done things consensually, I would definitely lie about it now to get some of that money. Dude's in jail anyway. Whoa. See, I should have put a poll up. I wish I could have put a poll up because, son, I think some people are actually, I just think it just doesn't sound right. all of these people are suing Diddy. All of these people. I mean, this gentleman, this attorney, Tony Busby, he has a 1-800 number out. He has a 1-800 number. Now, Zelf, you says Diddy is guilty. I'm not defending anybody, okay? I'm just here to state the news. The news and the facts. Facts are there are more lawsuits, and 7 lawsuits early as this weekend. Okay, I'm just stating facts. Okay, now I'm not gonna say I'm defending anybody because I don't know Diddy. I don't know Diddy personally to defend anybody. Facts. Thank you for spreading them. What? Spreading what? Okay. Now, I will say with the 7, the person that I'm giving the side eye to, I will say this. This particular gentleman, he actually worked for Diddy. And I don't know what's going on because I've never heard of this, you guys. I've never heard a prisoner, a convicted felon who's in prison serving time for doing alleged essay and crimes dealing with essay, and he was awarded $100 million. He was actually awarded $100 million dealing with an alleged incident with Diddy back in 1997. This particular guy, Cardello Smith. Now, he would be the one I'm questioning about as far as money goes because, like I stated, he won $100 million. But Diddy's team, they came back and it was dismissed. But had it not been dismissed, a judge actually ordered Diddy to start paying this prisoner who's in a prison in Michigan, pay him $10 million a month. I've never heard anything like that before up until the Diddy mess. And that is why I say a lot of this could be about money. Because why? I mean, $100 million? You award a prisoner $100 million. Now, how does this come into play with all these other accusers and lawsuits? Okay? Because like I stated, you have so many people coming back from 19. We're talking about one case. And that's not the youngest one. The 13-year-old girl, that's just the youngest one with that's in the 7, that's with the 7 lawsuits early. But the one of the 120 lawsuits that was submitted October the 1st, based off of what I'm reading with my notes, the youngest person said they were 9 years old. 9 years old. I want to make sure, yes, 9 years old. So I want people to kind of just think about what's to come, right? Because even with these lawsuits, it has been stated there are names, there are other celebrities, there are other people that will be held accountable. Yes, Zeph, 9 years old. 9. And based off of, let me make sure what year this was in with the 9-year-old. That matter happened in 1991. Yep, 1991. So this is what we have to actually look at when we come down to, these matters at hand. I don't know with all these lawsuits, I don't know if Diddy's ever getting out. I don't know if Diddy's ever getting out. I really don't. And I want to mention one more person, you guys. Okay? And Pickles, you're mentioning Bieber. You says, wait, Bieber was young. Yes, he was. Ziff says, that's disgusting, horrible. My heart goes out to those victims. Yes. Hello, Star says, sweet pea, we can hear you just fine. You don't have to yell into the microphone. I'm sorry. Calm down. You're not fighting. I'm sorry. Lindale Law, ever since Biggie and his gangster rap, it no longer surprises me about rap and rappers. They rap mis- misogyny, violence, and keep him and forget him. Son says, I like the volume. Oh, you like the volume? I appreciate it. Hello, you guys. Thank you. Yes, Little Sprinkle says, please hit that like button. The man getting paid $100 million, who's in jail, wasn't born in prison. Yes, he wasn't born in prison, but we're going to have a conversation about that gentleman that came for Diddy for $100 million, and a judge actually had rewarded him $100 million, and for Diddy to pay him $10 million a month up until the $100 million payment was done. Okay, his hands are not clean. His hands are not clean. And like I said, I'm not trying to victim shame anybody, but I think it's a little odd that all of these people are coming in as far as with these allegations. Now, one person, Pickle says, you go girl with that voice. All people need to listen. Thank you so much, Pickle. I appreciate that. Let me make sure I pin you. I pinned that. Thank you so much. Let me make sure. I think I picked the wrong one. Thank you so much. Now, I want to mention one more person. Okay, one more person that was with Diddy in the year of 2000, and she has also been quiet, just like Young Miami. I don't think she will ever take the stand. Okay, and she knows a lot of things that she doesn't want people to know about Diddy. And this particular person that I'm talking about is Miss Jennifer Lopez. With this particular picture, this picture was the night of the VMA Awards. This is the same night that one of the victims one of the victims said they were 13 years old when Diddy, quote unquote, graped them at an after party after this VMA award show. Yes, Jennifer Lopez. Epileptic says, welders can discern. Diddler's a baby. Well, all I know is at this particular point, when it comes down to Diddy, he's going to have to do a little bit of praying, because I don't know how he's going to get out of this. And as for Jennifer Lopez, I hope there are no videos. I hope there are no videos. There's nothing that can link her with any of this madness, because according to Jennifer Lopez, in an interview she did in 2003, she said the reason that her and Diddy broke up in 2001 was because Diddy was cheating. Let me read the comments. Son says, I think I remember watching that on TV. Yes. Star says, that man will secretly film people doing weird. Yes. Pickle says, I heard that J-Lo has had some plastic surgery. Is she getting ready to be a fly? Hello, you guys. Please hit that like button. This is Politic Graham. I gotta show my page. This is Politic Graham. Yes, this is Politic Graham. And today we are talking about Diddy and his 7 lawsuits, his new lawsuits that he has against him. Now, it is so much going on. And Zelf, I knew somebody in the chat was going to mention Beyonce. I knew somebody in this live was going to mention Jay-Z, Beyonce. I knew it. And to all the Beyonce hive, please do not come for me. Please do not come to this, as far as this platform. We are not mentioning Beyonce in this case. We are not mentioning Beyonce. I do not want the beehives. I respect you, Beyonce. Please do not come for me, beehives. Lady says, if you're rich and famous in this world, you have to be in the club and make no mistake, no one gets the top without permission. Exactly. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. I'm glad that you mentioned that, Lady Hawk. I'm glad that you mentioned that because in my personal opinion, after doing my research, everything has a cost in life. Everything has a cost. And I'm going to mention this one particular. I'll talk about it in the next live when I'm going to do another live tomorrow morning. But I want to mention this. It's actors that have been questioned. And when I say question, it was one actor, and I'm going to do another live about him. He stated when he was a teenager, they offered him $350,000 to be in a, let's just say, another scene with another man in a movie. And he said he wasn't comfortable doing that. But see, you will get tested in this world of entertainment. Now, in Jennifer Lopez's case, I think for her, she could not afford that, the cost to be with Diddy. And that's why she walked away, okay, in 2001. She dated him from 1999 to 2001. Now, some would say she got scared because of what happened in the club. If anybody can remember that matter that happened in the club, and they're trying to bring that case back on Diddy. They're trying to bring that back, okay? So I think allegedly, okay? So with Diddy, he has a lot going on right now. He has a lot going on. And like I said, you guys, with these seven new cases, is 4 men, 3 women. And hello, you guys. Please hit that like button. This is Politic Graham. We're having a great conversation about, and I quote, Diddy. Yes, Diddy. And the reason I put in the thumbnail, I think it's kind of odd that all of this is coming up. Yes, Pilkles. I didn't want to say that, but you're absolutely correct, Pilkles. Yes. And that's why I'm really wondering, are they going to try to make Jennifer Lopez come back up into this matter? Because if you guys can remember, Diddy's trial is supposed to start when? His trial is supposed to start May the 5th of next year. Okay? His trial is supposed to start May the 5th of next year. And I don't know if anybody knows about his attorneys, his team. One of his attorneys is the daughter of an attorney named Mark Gregor. I think his name is Mark Gregor. His daughter, she's representing Diddy. And if anybody can remember, I'm going to show a picture of the attorney that I'm talking about. He represented Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson had those cases, okay? So Diddy is trying to get all the help that he can. I'm going to show a picture of the attorney that I'm talking about. Let me read the comments. Lesarge says, leave the politics out of it. Son says, okay, hit the likes on this format. You have to go on top. Exactly, Pete. Please hit that thumbs up button, you guys. This is Politic Graham. Thank you so much, son. I'm going to pin what you just said. Please hit that like button, you guys. Pickle says, yeah, the daughter of Michael Jackson. Son says, I never knew that before. Now, hello, Alec. Hello, you guys. It's so many comments coming in at once. Norman says, everything will change. It's going to be weird. Or they will just, and will, it's nothing to see. Well, there's nothing to see here, folks. See, Norman, I can't read all what you're saying because I don't know if YouTube can allow me to read that. But like I stated, with these particular matters that's going on at hand, I don't know how Diddy's going to get out of this. I really, really don't. Because it seems like so many lawsuits are coming up. And I want to show this video. I want to show this video. I think this video made everything just tumble for Diddy. Whoever leaked this video out, because Diddy's attorneys are very upset at the New York District Attorney federal court because of this video. If you guys can see, this is the video that was leaked out of Cassie. This is the video. Okay, now I think when that video leaked out, that particular video, that is when Diddy should have, before that video leaked out, he should have taken care of Cassie. Okay, because he actually made it seem like Cassie was a liar. He made it seem like all this was not true. But then when we saw the video, that's when it got real. That's when it got real. Some says any regular dude would already be in jail for this. Exactly. Pickle says he got caught. Yes, he did. And hello, you guys. This is Politic Ground. Please hit that like button. We're talking about the lawsuits Diddy is in. And he has been locked up in jail. He has been locked up in jail since September the 16th. September the 16th. And he has tried to bond out of jail twice. And for the third time, his attorneys are reaching out to the appellate court to bond him out. Bond him out. Now, my thing is at this particular point, Pickle said, like he should keep his in there. Exactly. See, my thing is at this particular point, I think Diddy needs to just kind of just stay to himself for a minute. But I will say this, I do not like how things are just coming out, because I'm trying to figure out, how was the video leaked out? Who put that video out? Who put that video out? For one. And then for two, all of these civil lawsuits, how in the world, when it comes down with these civil lawsuits, nobody actually went to the authorities to actually have a case? It seems like they're going the civil court route. Hello, Crypto. Patrico says, if Puffy didn't mess and sue that liquor company, nobody would have been taught. Exactly. Now, I do agree with that. I think he made too many people mad, and his brand, the value of his brand, started to go down. It's not the same. Crypto says Cassie could have got the money by showing him the video first and then telling him it will go public. Well, see, Crypto, this is what I don't think people know about this, okay? Supposedly, allegedly, this particular video that we are talking about and that you're talking about, I'm going to show it again. I think Diddy had paid that hotel. I think that particular hotel, let me show the video. Because this particular video was in 2016 or 2018, March the 5th. And I think Diddy actually paid that hotel to keep this video quiet. But I think with this particular video and why his attorneys are coming at at the district attorney team as far as the federal courts in New York, the reason, let me show it again, the reason they are coming at the courts about this is because I really believe Diddy had this tape. Diddy had this tape. He paid that hotel off. Now, this is just my speculation, okay? This is my speculation. I think he had this tape, but I think the hotel, somebody had a copy of it. And Diddy didn't know that that copy would be leaked out. Or because they raided his homes. We got to understand, when they raided his homes in Miami and they raided his home in California, it was a lot of things just ramshacked. And remember, they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in one of those homes. We also have to put that into play. Son says, I don't know how far you can scroll up and chat, but I have definitely stated that this is not a black or white situation. Now, it's funny. See, I'm trying not to put the politics in it, but this is politics page. That is why I put Trump in this, because last year, this lady right here, she won a lawsuit against Donald Trump for something similar, very similar to what Diddy is going through right now in 2024. This lady, she won through the Manhattan federal jury, the Manhattan federal court. And they found that Donald Trump was guilty of, allegedly, her words, that Donald Trump raped her in a department store. And she actually won $5 million from Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you know what his response was? We're going to appeal this. We're going to appeal this. Right? That's what he says. Now, I say this to say, you know, when you say it's not a black or white thing, Trump is not locked up. Okay? He's not locked up. But Diddy, on the other hand, Diddy is locked up. Now, I will say, Diddy, I think Diddy was very kind of careless with a lot of things. Let me read the comments. You says, get your facts straight, lady. Who you talking about? Barstools? Hello, Barstools. They did not say he was guilty. Who are you saying did not say he was guilty? Who are you saying, Barstools? Say it, speak what you're saying. Because for me personally, okay, if you've been on my page, you would know my views as far as Kamala Harris goes, okay, and Donald Trump goes. Now, this particular topic we're having is based off of comparing Diddy allegations to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, from what I've looked at, Donald Trump allegations are nowhere near the Diddy allegations. Nowhere near it. And in my opinion, I'm going to put it out there and say, this particular case, this matter going on with Diddy, I've never seen it where somebody can just be rewarded $100 million and be locked up in prison. I've never seen it where somebody pays somebody allegedly $30 million within 24 hours. Because we also have to mention Norman says, get locked up. They won't let me out. Exactly. Hello, you guys. This is Politic Graham. Now, I will say this, because I typed all this out, okay? The person that has a lot of information, but they cannot speak because they have passed away, was Diddy's girlfriend, where he has 3 kids by, and that is Kim Porter. And she dated him from the 1990s to 2007, before she passed away from pneumonia in 2018. Now, how did she come into play? Because with Cassie, with Cassie, and the reason I'm showing this particular picture made headlines recently because when she wore this outfit, this was 2 days after this transpired. Okay? This was 2 days after this particular incident happened. It was in 2016. So, with this particular picture, we got to take into complex. I'm just thinking about Cassie. I don't know her, but I'm kind of trying to feel how her mind was. She was going through physical matters with Diddy. She was in a, very complicated relationship with Diddy. Diddy was continuously cheating on her, being, allegedly, supposedly, violent, per se, physically, right? That's what the video showed. Now, we also have to, like I stated, his second baby mother, Kim Porter, who passed away in 2018, Cassie, she broke up with Diddy in 2019, a year after Kim Porter's passing. And the reason I'm putting all of this together, connecting the dots, is because with Kim Porter, people are saying that her passing needs to be investigated. And they're trying to insinuate that Diddy had something to do with that. And with Cassie was so scared of Diddy. So scared that, you can see in this picture how she looked. You can actually see how she feared. She was in pain. Okay? But like I stated, Diddy could have avoided all of this. Let me read the topics, the comments. Hello, Anthony. You're wrong. You should look closer at Trump. He was innocent. I'm going to say this. I'm going off. I'm not, like I said, you haven't been on my page. You haven't been on my page before. Anybody who's been on my page, you will know how I feel about Trump when we're comparing Kamala Harris. But this is not the topic to talk about that. I'm just stating that he lost the case in 2023 due to similar accusations. And notice what I said, accusations that Diddy is going through with right now. And the only reason I'm stating that is because Donald Trump lost that case. And he's going through it. I don't know if he's still going through that appeal process, but if Donald Trump lost $5 million in a lawsuit, how much do you think Diddy is going to lose? Because Diddy had already had to give Cassie allegedly $30 million in less than 24 hours. He had to give her that in less than 24 hours. So how much do you think Diddy is going to have to pay out the 7 people, if it's all true, the 7 people that have filed a civil lawsuit through the federal courts in New York, in addition to the 120 people that this particular attorney, I'm going to show him, Tony Busby, this particular attorney is actually representing. He's representing 120 victims, clients, where he has medical records to some of them. He has medical records. He have actual police reports dealing with Diddy. So, Anthony, when you say that I'm wrong, I'm basically just stating, I'm just comparing. If Donald Trump had to pay that much, supposedly he lost the case. Look it up. Now, as far as the views is who's guilty, who's not, that's not my place. I'm here to state the facts. I'm here to state what documents show. That's it. And with the documents in this Diddy case, the documents show that 7 people have filed a civil lawsuit against Diddy. The documents show that with this particular Tony Busby, he has filed lawsuit for his clients of over 120 people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Anthony. So, like I stated, with this particular case, it's going to have to. I don't know how Diddy's getting out, because the next case is going to be May the 5th of 2025, where Diddy will have to report, unless the appellate courts do appeal, allowing him to bail out. Okay, unless before then. But like I stated, with this case, I don't know when he's getting out, because the youngest plaintiff in this case, for the seven people that's suing, is was 13 years old. That's the first accuser. And according to her, when she was 13, she was great at the 2000 VMAs. Okay? So I don't. Hello, that guy talking says Trump demanding appeal like the orange he is. No, you. Now, I will say, I'm wondering what they're going to do with Jennifer Lopez per se, because she could be a witness. She could be a witness. But just like a PR said it best, a lot of these celebrities that names are in hiding for now, they're going to try to avoid going to court as much as they can. They're going to try to avoid it. Now, with Young Miami in her case, like I asked in this, will Young Miami be forced to take the stand as a witness? I hope she does, because this is the same person. This was his last girlfriend. This was Diddy's last girlfriend before he ended up, with all these accusations and allegations and lawsuits. And I want to make sure I play this. Make sure I get to it. This is Young Miami.
Like not perfect. And we gotta learn from people that I thought that would be in my corner, or that are like, when I was going through this shit, nobody called me. Nobody called me to see how I was doing. Like, people was really like, yeah.
So this is Young Miami. She kind of had to step away. She had to step back. She had to step away.
That's what people don't understand about like me and Puff relationship. They was just like, you was so loud, and you were part of your brand, and like you just thought that you had something, and it wasn't that. Because I think the same thing with him. Like, he didn't expect to fall in love with me, because we did end up falling in love with each other. And I just feel like I want to get caught up in that, and I just need a moment to just pour into me.
Yeah, I could see that. And I just want to take no more.
So this is young Miami.
In life, everybody is going through something. Whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's they just lost their job, just anything. And that's what keep me going, because I know that life not perfect, and we gotta learn from our mistakes.
Now, I think with Young Miami, if Young Miami could have it her way, and if anybody doesn't know, this was the last person publicly that Diddy was in a open relationship with, Young Miami. And I'm going to show Young Miami, she actually, had it not been for Diddy, she would not have her own platform. She has her own show called the Carisha Please Show because of Diddy. And as you can see in this picture right here, her first actual episode was in 2022, and Diddy was the first guest. So I think with her, she feels like she owes a lot to Diddy, but she's not going to put herself in a position where she ends up on the stand, because it seems as if
Like,
now
everybody is.
at this particular time with Young Miami is the kitchen is getting hot, as they say. And sometimes I'll say this, and I don't know, hello you guys, it's Politic Graham, if you'll agree when I say this. Sometimes when you love somebody, you have to know when to walk away. Sometimes when you love somebody and you know it's not a safe space, as they say, you have to know when to walk away. And now people will have their own opinion about Young Miami, as far as she might end up having to take the stand. I hope so in a sense, but then I hope not, because Young Miami, she does have a life of her own. She does have family. She does have children. She has to protect herself. So I don't know what's going to come, but I will say with Young Miami, she was very close with Diddy. As you can see, this is her with Diddy. I mean, this was her. And with Young Miami, let me go back up. With Young Miami, I think she kind of let her emotions got into it, because she allowed people such as Gina, Diddy's ex, on and off. I don't know what she is now, because one minute she says Diddy was physical with her. She said Diddy was physical. Diddy paid her or offered her $5,000 to delete a baby when she got pregnant by Diddy, allegedly. This was before Young Miami. But women like this, she actually tried to, come at Young Miami with this picture. She posted this picture trying to hurt Young Miami. Now, why do I say this? Because Young Miami, I can't read it all because I'm not trying to lose my page. But Young Miami, if you can see, she tweeted this December the 13th of 2022. This was her response to Gina. If you guys can't remember, hello, you guys, please hit that like button. This is Politic Graham. We're talking about the accusations and the allegations that's come about with Young Miami. This particular quote, this tweet that she sent to Gina, I'm not sure if they might use this against Diddy in this case. Because if you can read, it says, Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. H. I can't say that word, but you guys know what the H means. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years. H. You've been around as a B that eat, okay? And when he feel like it, you a eater. That's what he said. He says when you feel like it, you eat. When he feels like it, you a eater. Now, see, things like that, I think that's when you get yourself in a position. And see, that's why I pray, Young Miami doesn't get in that position where she might have to take the stand. I hope not. Because like I said, with Young Miami, I really believe she had true emotions and feelings for Diddy. She really did, because Diddy actually put her in a position. He put her in a position that nobody else would have put her in. And the person that I'm talking about is this lady right here, Young Miami. He put her in a position. And hello, you guys, this is Politic Graham. Please hit that like button. We're talking about the lawsuits that's going on with Diddy. I think at this particular time with Young Miami, I pray she doesn't have to get in a particular position where she has to testify against the same person that helped her brand, that helped her. Because with Diddy, I want to say this, and Young Miami, that is. Based off what I looked up, my research, they dated ever since 2021. Okay, that's when they been dating on and off, and they confirmed it in 2022. But as far as it being an official relationship, it's been on and off, right? As far as open, they've been in an open relationship. Okay, because during the time she was dating Diddy ended up having a baby. Okay, and I want people to kind of think about that. You know, people's lives are affected. You know, people might say Diddy deserves to be in prison and be, you know, locked up.
It's going through something.
I give you that. Okay, I will give you that, but you also have to look at the lives that's been affected. And this is his family. This is his family. That's his daughter. That's his son, Christian. That's his mother. That's his daughter, Chance, in the back. That's his other son, Justin. That's his other son in the back, Quincy, with the glasses on. And this is what people have to understand. People's lives are affected in this. And like I stated, it's not my place to say who's guilty. It's not my place to say who's not guilty. My place is to state the facts. That's my place. My place is to state the facts that 7 people put in an official lawsuit against Diddy over this weekend. 7 additional people. And that's in addition to the 120 people that filed the civil lawsuit against Diddy October the 1st. These are documented facts. So that's my position. And like I stated, just to cover myself, this is fair use copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in the favor of fair use. And I just had to state that, you know. And I want to make sure people understand that lives are being affected in this. It is. And now I want to move forward with the topic that I want to talk about. Next live, I'm going to talk about Diddy. I'm going to make sure I break down the different allegations as far as the 120 people that this gentleman represents. Like I stated, I'm going to show, because Attorney Busby, he's saying that other people will come, and he advises them they need to come now before they reach out to them, because with the 120 people that sued Diddy on October the 1st, as far as the civil lawsuit goes, Tony Busby, the attorney that represents them, he did state that he is talking to the federal. He did say that. So I'm going to show this.
We welcome the FBI or any authority who wants to come to us, and we're going to make that available to these victims, because I think that's important. My suspicion is, based on talking with these folks, is that you know, the FBI is just not aware of these people. The FBI has talked to some of these folks, and I'm going to try to encourage the victims to, in fact, talk to the FBI, because I think they have some very important things to say.
Now, the gentleman that I just showed you, that is the attorney in Texas. He's from Atlanta, Texas. His name is Tony Busby. As you could hear, he did state that they are notifying FBI. That was October the 1st. So all of this is coming up in Diddy's lap, right? So that's why I don't know what's to come. What's to come, and what's to come about with Diddy at this particular point. Because like I said, people's lives are affected, right? People's lives are affected. And on that note, I thank you everybody for coming in. My prayers goes out to the victims. And it's not just victims. When I say victims, I don't mean victims in this Diddy case. I'm saying to any victim that's been a victim to DV, any victim that's been a victim to SA. My prayers goes out to you, and it's just like someone said it best. You are never alone. You are never alone. And thank you so much for coming in. This is Politic Graham. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to this page. And I will do another live in regards to the Diddy matter tomorrow morning, the same time, between 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. And you guys have a wonderful day, and always have a peace in mind, and please stay in peace.